Hi, I'm Amalie with Systematic Excellence Consulting, and today I'm going to go over recurring tasks. Right here I'm in a list for meetings. It's something I set up for a previous video that I did, but I'm going to go over how to set it for recurring. So let's say you have a weekly team meeting. Let's say it's every Tuesday, and you can even put a time. I'm not going to put a time, but you can. And we want it to set to recurring. And so let's say it happens weekly on schedule. So you can choose like daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, days after, or custom for when you want it to recur. And you can have it recur on schedule when it's closed or when it's done. So on schedule means that even if you don't close the first task and then your weekly meeting comes up, it'll still produce another task. If it's when closed, then what it'll do is it will create the next task after it's closed, and then when it's done or moved to a done status. So this one, this is going to ask like for when it creates a new task, if you want it to include all of these things. So you can, select everything, which means it'll include like comments and other activity that are inside the task, which the activity is like what happens in the task, like reassigning to someone, putting a comment, changing the due date, or anything like that. So I'll hit save on that. And then this is update status too. So once you close the task, you're going to want it to go somewhere. And so inside of this list, the statuses are unscheduled, scheduled, after meeting action, and complete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it recur to scheduled, since we know that this meeting is scheduled. So it's going to recur weekly we'll do on schedule, create the new task. We want everything included. We're going to have it recur forever. If we don't want it to recur forever, then we can say how many times we want it repeated. And then I want it updated to scheduled meetings. So now let's say we had our meeting. I'm going to go ahead and hit it complete. So it goes to a closed status. And then it's going to create the next meeting for me on June 29th for the following Tuesday. So you can see how you'd be able to do that kind of thing with tasks that happen regularly. In our business, we use that a lot for any recurring operations. So checking the website, updating plugins on the website, checking orders, those kinds of things, checking email. So here I show it broken down as like daily, weekly, monthly, yearly tasks, but you could have this all in one list, and then you could even put a label on there to say whether they're recurring weekly or daily, weekly, monthly, annually, that kind of thing. So same thing with like your quarterly or annual meetings. You can set those to recur at whatever interval you want them to. If it's a daily thing, then you just put it to daily, and then you have it. You can with daily. Actually, I'll show you this. So let's say this was daily. I'm going to set it to recur. We want it to do daily. You can actually say to skip weekends, so then it'll only be Monday through Friday. Or if you do want to include weekends, you can do that. So that is how recurring tasks work. That's how you set it up. So there's a lot of uses for the recurring task, but the way that we use it the most is with our daily or recurring operations, not necessarily daily, but meetings that we have scheduled and do on a regular basis, and then those operations that happen that recur. We set those so that way no one has to think about when they're due or how to do it, or that we don't forget. We get a reminder for those. All right, so again, my name is Amalie. I'm with Systematic Excellence Consulting. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe so you can catch our future videos. If you're looking for additional support, there is a link below that you can book a free call. We can connect and see if I can support you so you can get set up and using ClickUp. Thank you so much for watching.